EPL Mgosi, yes, it's your boy Gami. Tando's on the show with me today, Buhle and Sticks Tandile. Guys, how you doing? You good?
We're all good,
Oh,
man. How are
good.
you?
Thank you. How are you?
Yeesh.
Fantastic. Super Monday.
Oh, okay. Like it was funny for the Chelsea people to be the people that kind of answers all good first. But anyway, we're not there. You know, for those of you guys that are new to the show, it's Everything is Sports Mzansi is the name of the channel, and the name of the show is EPL Mgosi, is where we sit and we have cups of tea based on our favorite teams. So as you can see, full up kit up today. People said on the last show, why are you not wearing your Arsenal t-shirt? You always have your Arsenal t-shirt on. So I thought, let me, make sure that I'm well represented in the show today. Yeah, look, we'll save the best for last. And we'll obviously start off this week speaking about the biggest game of the game week, which was Man City, the champions, versus Chelsea FC. It was cold and deemed. It was cold and deemed the Kovacic derby, and indeed it did live up to its name. So we got somebody on this question, but more about that later, guys. I think we should start off with something that happened even before the game. Um, Everybody, I don't know, Tandile, did you see Sterling's statement as a former Liverpool? I think let's go through to you first to kind of take your take on the Sterling statement that was released on Thursday. In fact, just before the game started on Sunday, he released a statement because he wasn't in the starting lineup. What's your take on what happened there with Sterling?
Yeah, obviously the fact that it catched everyone by surprise. The fact that Sterling was not even included in the lineup or even on the bench. He played every game on pre-season. I think they also played Man City 15 days ago. They lost 4-2, and Sterling came on the second half, and he was one of the. He's the one that made an impact, and he even scored a beautiful goal. So I don't know what's happening in the Chelsea dressing room. Yes, we know they've got a lot of players. That's something that we'll keep on discussing for the entire season. But I think Sterling probably heard about this message maybe 2 hours before kickoff. He told it to his agents, and then the agents decided to leak that information or just to say, you know what, this is what we unhappy about, and they did it a few minutes before kickoff. But he's the leader. He's one of the highest earners in that team. And yeah, I also feel for him, a bit gutted, but I wish he was even in the bench at least, just to show that one of your leaders is there as well, making a difference. So I don't like the way it was handled from the Sterling side and his camp and the agents, but I'm also not happy on how Chelsea handled that matter as well. But we'll see as the week goes on.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Bushle, what's your take on it? I know like we've had a sort of a brief discussion. Just what's your take on the whole Sterling thing?
Uh, as I'm with Tandi a little bit, was a bit strange coming out 2 hours before the match. I'm thinking he also wants to make a
Yeah.
statement. He doesn't want to like hide in the sense that he wants to find out exactly what's happening. For my confusion is that if you were playing the preseason matches and you came through halftime, and then the very important match, the opening match, and you're not part of even the squad, that says something. I was talking to Tanita before we started that potentially maybe a conversation was had between the coach and maybe he didn't agree to something, and the coach is now showing his power that okay, since you're
Yeah.
not agreeing to what I'm asking you to do, which we don't know, I'm assuming now, let me show you who's boss. And then obviously then he didn't
Yeah.
he pulled him out of the squad, and the reason is technical or something like that. Which I'm thinking, if you are part of the team leading up into the first match, and then come the first match you're not there, that tells me something. I don't know what it is, but it tells me something. So wait and see what it says. Maybe potentially it might come back in the second match, and then
Yeah.
the coach is like, yeah, it was nothing. We just was a disagreement, lack of communication. We made it up. Now we're good. He's back in. So we don't know. It could go either way, Papa. But it doesn't. It's not a good look, especially for the new coach, and especially for Sterling as well. Like you would expect him to start the match, for goodness sake.
Okay. And let's go to you guys. The Blues. What's your take? I mean, yeah, man, it's complete shambles. Like coming out a statement from the players. The first time that I've ever seen that happen. Statement from a player 2 hours before a game. Yeah, man, trouble in paradise, or do you see Sterling being back into the team after this?
He'll probably stay. But I do think it was a mistake to leave Sterling out. I'll be the first to say I am not a fan of Sterling. I am not a fan of Raheem Sterling's. But against Manchester City, he always performs. We need the experience also because we just have children playing. We just have children. They are inexperienced against a Guardiola City squad. I do think the owners need to do better. The manager needs to do better.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with what Sterling did, but I can understand. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Tando?
Listen, you guys already know my. Huh? Oh,
No,
you
I was
guys
saying that
already
he's
know my
saving face.
stance
Sorry.
on Maresca. You guys already know my stance on Maresca. Like I am, it's literally only the first game week, and I'm already Maresca out. I'm already Maresca.
It's
Game week one, and I'm
too
saying
early.
Maresca
Give
out.
the guy
So,
a chance.
It's too early.
no ways. I've seen enough.
Yeah,
I've seen enough.
it's time for him to go.
You know, it's time for him to go. So again, you know, as
Are you sure you don't want new owners, maybe?
100%. I want Maresca out, and I want the owners. I want Todd Bowley gone.
R1 billion. After he spent R1 billion on you guys, you just want him gone.
I don't care about his billion. He needs to leave.
I want him gone.
Oh, up to £1 billion. Not even
All
rands.
of them need to leave.
I don't care. I don't care for his money. I just know that he needs to go. That's all I need to know. That's all I know. You know.
Gummy, wouldn't you want that owner for Arsenal? Wouldn't you want that owner for Arsenal, Gummy?
Nah. Thank you.
And stop making excuses about the money went to Emirates, the money went to Emirates, the money went to Emirates.
I'm good with Uncle Stan. Uncle Stan understands, you know, he's been there, persevered. But okay, guys, not about Arsenal. It's not about. Let's deal with the situation, the meltdown that's happening at Stamford Bridge first. So yeah, go for it, Tan.
See, my problem is, with Todd Bowley. He's treating Chelsea like a business. He's not treating. He's not there for the football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not there for the football.
Oh, it makes sense.
He doesn't care about the football. So all he cares about is the business, and he's making decisions that make no football sense. You know, and it's infuriating as fans. It's like, bruh, come on.
Yeah.
Come
No,
on.
absolutely. That's understandable.
When you got Pochettino, from Tottenham, Tottenham, a team that hasn't won a league, and you got Pochettino to be our. Come on, brother. Oh no, wait, you got him from thingy, ne?
From PSG.
Yeah, from PSG, but it doesn't matter from PSG. But
But still, he didn't win any. He didn't win any.
the Champions League. Mbappe and he's a serial loser.
Exactly
My
my
point
point.
stands. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, and
So
understandably,
Todd and his cabal need to go.
yeah. Look, okay, yeah. Game week
They need
one,
to
and we're
leave.
already on Todd Bowley and Maresca out with Utando.
But
So,
I think if you want to damage your CV, go to Chelsea just to damage your CV.
look again.
Damn.
That's cool,
That's
man.
right too.
Man, shots fired. Twah, twah, twah. Okay,
That's
Sticks.
right too, man. It's okay.
Sticks. Let's be easy on them. We have to understand that, you know, a lot is happening down there at Stamford Bridge. You know.
It's not my problem, Gami. I don't have time for that. And I don't have time to nurse other people's problems.
Let's speak about the game. Let's speak about the game, y'all. So 2-0. I really expected it to be about 4-0, but you kept it at 2. Yeah, what's happening with your squad out there at Stamford Bridge, Tando? Come on, like, let me know what you guys are. You guys going to be selling any players of the? How many players do you guys have actually on your books?
45.
45.
Too many.
Okay, a normal
João Felix just agreed a 6-year contract right now. I think the last hour ago now, so he's coming there definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 46.
Breaking news. I didn't get that. So that makes it 46 players.
Insane.
So
And their 14th signing of the season.
Tell me, guys, I'm not going to haggle on this because I'm thinking we're probably going to spend every EPL Mgosi show speaking about the squad that Chelsea has and the problems that happen in the Stamford Bridge. So I'm not going to spend too much more time on you. Let's speak about the game. How do you think the game went, though, guys?
You want to go first?
Yeah. Her first half was very decent, very, very decent. Obviously, Haaland scored a goal in the 18th minute. But it's Haaland, it was expected. If you guys still remember my predictions, I said 3-2. But I overestimated Chelsea, I suppose, because they are still garbage. But I don't know if I'm satisfied with the 2-0. I think it could have been better, obviously, but we must not forget that this is a Manchester City squad. So, I'm okay with it. It's the first match of the season. I'm okay with it for now, Anduj.
On my side, listen, remember I made the prediction 2-1, right? No, sorry. Was it 2-1 or 3-1? I think it was
3-1.
Was it
3-1
3-1?
I think
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. Damn. Okay, damn. I thought it was 2-1. Anyway, so I made the prediction 3-1. Yeah. Also, listen, the game. Again, I'm not a fan of Maresca's football, right? But in this game, I wasn't happy in the sense that, listen, I think we could all see that Man City was playing with the 12th man. The decisions that the ref was making were terrible. They were absolutely terrible, and it was shameful. It was very shameful. What I was watching. But yeah, it's the first again.
So did you deserve to win?
We'll see how things go. And we all know Anthony Taylor has a thing against Chelsea. So
I think Sticks asked like a valid question there. So what do you guys think you deserve to win the game?
No,
definitely not.
Oh. So with or without Anthony Taylor, y'all were gonna lose anyway.
I feel like we could have. It still would have been. It would have been fair. It would have been a fair fight.
We don't know.
Okay.
It would have been a fair fight.
Fair enough. Guys in the comments, please do tell us, with the meltdown that's happening at Stamford Bridge at the moment, what do you guys think Chelsea should do to get out of the slump? Put it in the comments, guys. It's always great to hear from you guys in the comments. So please let us know. What do you guys think of what's happening at Chelsea at the moment? And what do you think they should do to get out of the slump? Let's go. Okay, cool. So we do have just one more thing that I want to find out with regards to Chelsea and from you guys, from a Chelsea's perspective. What do you think about the physicality though in the Chelsea team? Like I remember a time where Chelsea was physical from goalkeeper to striker, and I was watching a Chelsea team that looked like an Arsenal team of 2007. So So, what do you guys think about the physicality in the team versus like the Drogba, Lampard, Czech, Terry era?
Very soft, man. Very soft. We don't even need to go to your Drogbas and your Frank Lampards. We can talk about your Eden Hazard. We can talk about your Willian, your Diego
Yeah,
Costa, your Matic, something closer. They were still physical.
100%.
This is just ridiculous.
That death has gone.
That they are childish, they're children.
Death.
It's a, it's I was watching, man. I was looking at him. Kafekethwa apha ngabantwana abancinci manje. But look again.
Enzo,
I don't
Enzo
know.
boy.
As I said, I will leave it up to the comments. I will reserve my comment myself as an Arsenal supporter, and I will just stick to the Arsenal section of the show. You know, for how do you think you're gonna rescue this and turn it over again? Like you have the next game coming up this weekend. Is there space to turn everything over? You know, or do you think like that's like a precedent for the rest of your season?
If it was up to me, man, I wouldn't even want us to turn it over. I say just sell the club, sell the stadium. We call it a day. We call it a day. I'm tired of them. Now I'm tired of Chelsea, man. I don't have time for this, man. Every week.
Guys, this is just after one game, guys. Sell the stadium, sell the team, sell the owners.
At Stamford Bridge continues.
The meltdown continues.
We're gonna start being. We're gonna start being called 3-point bridge from now on.
Yes, guys. Yeah. Okay. Let me put you out of your misery. We do have 115. Wait, guys. Let me go again. 115 charges that Manchester City are facing, and they are about to find out their fate next month with regards to those charges. So maybe a positive spin to the Farmers League that they call the EPL nowadays is Manchester City actually being charged for their crimes, you know, and that puts the rest of us in a better light to finish off the league in a correct way, you know.
I'm
That's what you
sorry.
think.
Can I just say, what you just said now was a very Arsenal mentality, a very loser mentality. Like what?
Yep.
So you have to wait for
When
the
you win
other
the boardroom, he wants to
to
win
be
it in the
slapped with,
boardroom.
with sanctions in order for you to be able to win.
It's not waiting. It's not waiting.
He wants to
Deserving
win
to
it
be
in the
hit with
boardroom.
115 charges. Like they have 115 charges
For sure.
But let's save that for a show close to the time when they actually have the decision made on what they're gonna do with them. Because I just believe nothing's gonna happen next month yet. So let's save that for a future show. One thing I do want to touch on though, with regards to the Man City and Chelsea game, still, is let's congratulate and give a big congratulations through to Erling Haaland. He is 91 goals in his first 100 appearances for Man City. So
Prolific. Hit
That is insane.
Erling Haaland. That is
Insane.
just superb. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's
crazy numbers.
madness to be able to
Erling Haaland is a freak of
these
nature.
numbers. Like I couldn't believe it when I saw that.
But
So
then you,
so well
but you
done to
guys
Erling
are saying
Haaland.
that he's not a
But
complete
again,
football player. Andrew.
what
No?
was that? Sorry.
You guys are complaining. You guys are complaining that he has too little touches. No, he doesn't get involved in play. He just scores. So you guys are complaining that he's not a complete football player. He doesn't create for himself or for. Okay, he doesn't create for others. So Nifunan, what do you want? A scorer, a creator,
When you say
a
you
scorer,
guys,
both?
who said that?
Exactly. Who said that?
I didn't say anything. I don't have time. That guy, the numbers are doing the talking there. That guy silenced me with his stats.
Liverpool fans. Man, all the
Us no
fans, guys,
fans.
I've
My
seen
man,
this.
it's me
Yeah,
and many
that's
guys
the critic.
on this podcast. So I don't know
No,
which
Galok,
Arsenal
remember.
fan you're talking about.
Remember, you're not the only Arsenal fan, coach. So when you read on Twitter or you go, the critic about
Yeah, but I
Haaland is
mean,
that
again, you can't, yeah. But I mean,
yeah, just
Abuhle, you
fucking wrong,
can't
Galok.
tell us on this pod that we guys. You said you guys. You didn't say
Yeah,
Arsenal
no,
fans
yeah,
say
look,
this. You said you guys
no,
say
no,
Haaland
Galok.
doesn't have one touches.
Yeah, that's not
Good.
fucking how included.
Like I have never heard anyone say that about Erling Haaland. First of all,
Me too,
secondly,
actually.
Erling Haaland is a classic number nine. You know, like he's a classic number nine. He doesn't have to, be involved in
Hitman, Jim.
gameplay or
Just a
whatever.
hitman.
And
Exactly,
I think
he's there. Do you know what I
Go,
mean? Like
who's
all
so
he has to
go
do
and
is,
dumb?
read, go and
Who's so dumb to
check
write
his
off Erling
interview.
Haaland? Which Arsenal fans have
Check
you
his
been speaking to, my
interview.
man?
Exactly.
Check his interview last night at Sky Sport, and they asked him what is the narrative
Yeah.
that's going around. Or the narrative
Other
that's going
channels
around is
available,
that
obviously.
I stand still, I don't move around, I only just score goals, I don't create play. That is the narrative that's going around. So even he knows that that's the narrative. That he does, like literally that's the narrative, guys. There was even like one of the matches, I can't remember what match,
Oh,
they showed his stats.
okay.
His
Okay.
literally stat was
Which
hold and pass, hold and pass, hold
we're
and
gonna
pass.
leave
That's
it
all
at
he did the whole match. That's
We're
all he
gonna
did
leave
the
it
match,
at
and he scored 2
Haaland
goals.
being beast and being a beast.
Yeah, he is. For me, for it, I
Let's leave
love
it at Haaland
Haaland.
being a
Man.
beast,
Yeah,
and let's go. Let's actually go into. Let's. And I've listened to you for 20 minutes going on about Erling Haaland. Let's speak about Manchester United. Maybe we have another 20 minutes that we can speak about that. Um, you guys opened up the Premier League for us on Friday evening. And you opened it up with a boring 1-0 win.
yep.
So what was your take on the game, sir?
My take on the game was, yeah, the match wasn't the best, obviously. But when I'm looking through
Yeah.
what's the momentum, yeah, I'm just gonna read some stats for you quickly. Our last 4 matches, that is including the preseason and the charity sheet, we won 2, we
Yeah.
lost 2. So you can hear that we're not moving in with the great momentum to our first match. So it was decent. It was a decent game, not the best game, obviously. For me, the problem that I got was the chances that we missed. I think the chances that we missed were glaring, especially from Bruno, 2 chances that he missed. Casemiro, 2 chances that he missed as well. So the first half, right? When you remove the chances, it wasn't a good game. However, if we had taken those chances, it would made the game look great. It would made the game look good in our first half because again, we just missed the chances. Rashford was out. The first half he wasn't doing too much at all. I don't know what was he doing, but anyway. I was also a bit disappointed in Ahmed.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a lot from Ahmed. He came with a reputation from Sutherland that okay, he scored so many goals, he had so many assists. So I'm hoping and praying that he's gonna be better than Anthony because Anthony, guys, I don't see a future for that guy. But Ahmed and I do see a future. He can improve. He's got the qualities, but it's up to him. It's up to him whether he takes that opportunity. The guy that really impressed me was the right back, Masarawi. It seems like we've got a good one there. Anticipation.
Yes.
He's good defending. He's passing. He was very confident. First match, I believe he touched down on Tuesday, and on Friday he was playing. So I feel that we've got something there. But other than that, guys, I wasn't too happy with the match. I wasn't too sad. I also want to give you something very important, guys. Just give me a moment. First of all, Okas had a decent game. I felt if he had taken his chances, it would have been a good game. Maguire surprised me, guys. He had a very good game. There was a one-on-one.
Maguire.
Yo, Maguire, guys. And he saved our butt, I'm not going to lie. Because it was a little 2-on-1. I can't remember who had the ball. He just had to pass it to the other striker, but he missed the opportunity. So he had a decent game. Josh Zaxi. Oh, sorry for my pronunciation. I didn't see much from him. He had decent game, he had good touches, so I want to still see more from him. But I like the goal. It's a poacher's goal. He was there in the right place at the right time. I don't think Rashford scores that goal. He needed somebody that had anticipation. I can see that he's got that anticipation, so I'm happy for that. I'm trying to be positive here. And then, and also last thing, guys, our last 5 years opening matches, we've won 4 and we've lost 1. So our opening matches were not too bad. When we have to start the league, we start very good. And it's just more of maintaining that start. So our start to this year was okay. We didn't concede any goal. That's fine. We scored 1 goal, which is bad. It's not good. And also the fun fact that you're looking for.
Can I just add on to the opening matches theory that you just came up with? That is just one of the points that I do have there. Yes, you did win 5 of your last 4 opening matches, but do you know that 5 of the last 6 opening matches United played at home?
It helps.
That's a
It helps
fun
a lot.
EPL
It helps
fact
a lot
for
that
you.
we have that foundation. It helps a lot that we have that foundation. It helps a lot that we started home. And remember, theory, Premier League does favor Man U. Yeah. Mooks, I wouldn't.
Oh, you know this.
That is theory. That's what I'm saying. Inverted commas. Inverted commas. It favors us. But also, guys, last note before I go. 2020, 2021 season. Guess who was our first match? 2020 and 2021 season. Who did we open our first match against?
Which team? I couldn't hear.
2020
Against
and
Fulham.
2021 season. And what was the score?
3-1.
1-0. So that tells you that for the past 5 years that we've 5 years opening matches, we've only scored 1 goal. 1 goal, guys. So our scoring record is poor, guys. So I understand what you're saying.
You didn't win. And in those 5 years, you didn't win the league. So, I mean, that is an old that happened later on this year.
Or anything.
Okay,
It's not
cool.
like you guys
Thank
won
you.
the
Bridesmaid.
league
Thanks
either.
a lot,
What are you talking
bridesmaid.
about?
Bridesmaid, so don't be talking too much.
Well, last season's bridesmaid is about to review their game right now.
Yes.
Let's take it away,
Messi.
last season's bridesmaid, Liverpool.
Take it away, Messi.
Also,
Take it
can I
away,
just say?
Messi.
Can I just say?
Lionel Messi.
Can I just say before can I just say, but
Shop it.
like the whole first game thing, like we won the first game. What we won 4 out of 5 first games. What? I feel like it's such a pointless pointless stat. Like it's so pointless.
Especially if it doesn't come with anything. You know what I mean?
Such a pointless stat.
Especially when they
okay, sharp.
Remember,
Now what?
I'll clip this.
especially when they
I'll clip this because you gonna make your
especially when they
senses
say
points.
Muhammad
I'm going to
Salah
clip
is
you.
the leading goal scorer of the opening day of the Premier League. I'm like, I don't even have time for that.
Exactly. Like, what's that gonna do?
It's
like,
fun facts,
okay.
guys. It's fun facts.
Okay.
Like,
Fun
on a
facts.
serious
It's facts that you just
Speaking
it's
about
okay, interesting.
Salah, speaking about Salah, Liverpool. We have Salah on the score sheet at the start of the Premier League for yet another season. I mean, this guy just keeps on breaking records. Yet another record that he set with his goal in the opening of the Premier League. You guys were away to Ipswich Town, new team in the EPL. What's your take? How did that game go according to you, sir?
Yeah, shaky 35 minutes. I was happy with the lineup. And as usual, we just had to adjust for a team that team hasn't been in the league for about 22 years. So every player that played there was not used to that kind of environment. So it was a hostile one because that team was excited being in the Premier League. But our experience just came up in the second half. Clinical finishing, Salah unselfish, teased of Jota. Then after that, Zoboslai gave Salah an assist. And I'm just happy all around play. And I'm happy with the brave decisions that the coach took. He took out a 19-year-old Gerald Kwanzaa, took him off, and put in Konate. And then that put more maturity on our defense. And other than that, nice sleek game. Can't say more.
I think you touched on it there. Like, what a brave move by Arne Slot. Half-time, first game that you're playing for your new team in the Premier League. You make a half-time substitution, and after the game, I was interested to hear.
Super happy with that.
After the game, I was interested to hear why it is that he made the sub, and I was so
because he was not winning his duels. Simple.
I was
and
so
that is why we needed that physicality of Konate.
I was so impressed by your answer. He said, no, Kwanzaa was not winning his duels. And that's the reason why he took Kwanzaa off and he put Konate in there. It was just, he had 3 duels again.
To the point.
He had 3 duels and all 3 of them he lost. I was like, wow, this guy is detailed.
Question.
Yeah.
100%.
Go for it.
Question. Hey, why are you pandering? Do you know Slot? Are you pandering to Slot because it's almost like you were watching him while he was playing at PSV? Were you watching his matches at PSV?
No, I know nothing about that.
I know. It seems like he knows a lot. Yeah, you're pandering. But yo, he made a brave decision. Like, dude, come on now.
No, but I mean, I know Erik ten Hag has never taken off a player at halftime. And he's clean.
Like, is there something new or wonderful, or is that something great?
My point here,
took a player out.
Point here, coach Umchagi environment akuyo. It's his first game in the league. It's his first game for the team. He chooses a starting 11 and he puts Kwanzaa in his starting 11. But he decides midway through the game, and it takes him off. That's a brave decision for a new coach in a new league. And there's so much
it's gonna be an easy decision to make as a coach when you're taking off a 19-year-old who hasn't got that experience. And he's not going to back chat to say, hey, coach, what are you doing? So don't tell me about that. Once he takes off Van Dijk, Salah, we'll see. We'll see when he starts doing that for the star players. Because remember, what you also need to understand when I come in, it's like almost like Ten Hag. Ten Hag in his first season, he did the same thing. Pulled Ronaldo off. He showed his balls. But then at the end of the day, where did he put him? So we want to say, okay, coach, you made the brave decision. Are you going to consistently do that? Are you going to consistently put the players on their place? Because what Klopp was very, very good at is man management. How he was able then to manage his players.
Yeah.
So with Slot, I'm going to see how good his man management. And Ten Hag, his man management is not that best, guys. So for me, I will see. We'll see. I don't want to praise him too much because
No, fair enough. Again, we can only judge him by what he's done thus far. So I think, like, with the decision that is made over the weekend, that to me, it surprised me. Stick, what is your thoughts on slot ball? I mean, there's a new sensation that's called slot ball. You know? What do you think about it?
I'm still seeing that liveliness of the Jurgen Klopp era of the pressing, running around, everyone is busy. And that's what I like.
Yeah.
I think I'm a firm believer of that as well. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I can't say much. It's still the start of the season.
Yeah.
The only player that's kind of worrying me when it comes to finishing is Luis Diaz. I'm not sure if you guys remember on the last match when we played Man City at Anfield. He had about 4 clear-cut chances that he missed. And he had another clear-cut now against Ipswich, which was an easy chip. Yes, he was touched by the keeper. It was a penalty, but I'm not in the mood for that. But I was just unhappy with his finishing in. So, but I like the player. I like the work rate. But I'm just worried about his finishing because it will cost you titles. Because if you look at the amount of chances that he missed at Anfield last season, and you're still seeing in the new season that he's still missing these kind of simple chances. It will come with a lot of toll when it comes to the league when you have to analyze the season.
Yeah, look, I think it's still early, and I think that obviously somebody can always improve as the league season goes on. It was
The
very
thing is, now I've been watching him the entire season or off season. It seems like he's still doing the same thing from last season, but I believe he's better, he's mature than that, but the finishing will improve.
Okay, cool. 3 points to the big Liverpool. So well done on you guys getting your 3 points there. No Klopp hangover at Anfield, so that's a good thing. We'll go.
To be honest, I was expecting like a 4-0 win from Liverpool over Ipswich. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Ipswich is newly promoted. It hasn't been in the Prem in like what 20-something years. So it's. I mean, even though you guys were playing, Queen home ground, Ipswich, but still, I was expecting more from Liverpool. I don't think like the especially in the first
Jota
half.
had a clear-cut chance.
Yeah.
I think the first half we were so fragile, we didn't know how to deal with them. That's why even Klopp took out to Kwanzaa because those guys were playing high long balls and everything. So in first half I do understand, but the second half, that's when we rise up to the occasion.
Yeah.
Like you can see Trent's quality of crossing, Robertson, they were doing the typical attacking fullbacks now.
Yeah.
And then that's when they got us into the game. And I was happy to see Zoboslai as well playing well.
Yeah.
But all I know, when Jota is in the field, something will happen.
Yeah.
He missed a good header, and within 4 minutes, he scored a goal.
Yeah.
So he redeemed himself. So that is what you call a striker. And I'm happy that Darwin Núñez was on the bench because I believe that giving Jota a chance, he's going to show himself now. And not in a bad way, I'm a huge fan of Darwin Núñez. But I just like the fact that the coach, because Klopp, that guy, he's got all the attributes of being a striker, but he just misses goals. That's it.
What?
He's got, he makes. Remember, guys, when he makes goals, that guy, he's good in the air. He makes quality runs. He's got a good first touch. It's just him missing goals, but that's something that you can improve on.
That's the one thing that he's paid to do, to score goals.
Might as well be a defender
at Chelsea.
No, guys, being a striker, guys.
That's too soon.
Let us not touch that topic because we're going to talk about Nicholas Jackson now, and then you guys won't even say a word.
How many
Nicholas Jackson?
So let's leave it there.
But do you know how many chances Nicholas Jackson missed in your game? Like,
I understand. I hear you. But Nicholas Jackson does miss.
Do you know how many touches he needed off the ball just to control it?
Listen, I know, right? I know that Nicholas Jackson misses sitters. I know this. He misses a lot. But he also does score. That's the difference between him and Darwin Núñez.
He does score.
But at the end of the day, Tado, when we look at stats from last season, Darwin Núñez had more goals than Nicholas Jackson.
How many goals did he have?
Let's move on.
How many goals?
I think he ended on 16 in all competitions with Darwin Núñez in the Premier League. He had 11.
More than Jackson, Chief.
How many Jackson did score?
I think Jackson scored 14 or 13 in the league alone.
Okay, while I bring up
I disagree. I'll pull up the stats. I'll pull up that report.
And Nicholas Jackson, I actually do have the stats for Darwin
He's
Nunes
Jackson.
versus Nicholas
Ain't no
Jackson. Yeah.
way.
But that's,
Nunes is better than Jackson. Ain't no way. No ways.
you want
I'm
me to
not a
give you the
fan
goal?
of Jackson. Don't get me wrong.
Do you want me to give you the goals, guys, for Nicholas Jackson and
Yes,
Nunes?
Please,
please.
Gummy.
Nicholas Jackson,
Please, Gummy.
14 goals, 5 assists. Darwin Nunes, 11 goals, 8 assists.
That's only on the Premier League. We're talking all competitions, the entire season.
This is for all competitions.
That's only the Premier League.
This is for all competitions, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so
No problem.
Darwin Nunes, Nicholas Jackson, case closed. They are both shite. Okay?
Guys, that's the only celebration Chelsea will have, guys.
That's crazy. I have a question
And
for
then
you.
that's it. Then
Gabi, how
that's
many
it.
goals does Gabriel
Yes.
Jesus have?
Nah, he didn't have a good season last season.
Oh,
We all know that he was injured. Like, why we didn't even compare that, you know? But
How many
speaking
goals does
about
Havertz have?
Gabriel,
wait.
but Havertz had 16 goals last season. So calm yourself down. I mean,
16.
you should know because
Are you
how many?
celebrating there?
No, I'm not celebrating with that. I
Oh.
said, I'll say again, he's a striker. Should be having more than that. And speaking about Kai Havertz and Gabriel, brings us to our next game, the Arsenal game. Obviously, I'm not gonna review it too much. I'll have you guys review the game for me. And part of our game review is that obviously Arsenal controlled the game from minute one, and there wasn't any thing that Wolves were basically toothless, or we had like a toothless Wolf team that played up. I think it was control. Yes, I do think there was only 2 saves that David Raya made that kind of kept us at the game at 1-0 and at 1-0 in the second half and at 1-0 in the first half. That was kind of the only threat that Wolves did on my side, according to me. I think let's go with you guys. What do you guys think of Arsenal's performance this weekend? Or do you think that we have a chance again for them? And if not, what do you think we need to do to stand a chance for the season? Let's go, Bushle. We'll start with you. Mm, mm, yeah, that's why. Yeah, Golden Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
Aaron Ramsdale. Bushle, I don't know which Arsenal. Bushle, I don't know which Arsenal channels you follow, sir, but keep it locked. Keep it locked right here on everything Sports Mzansi so that you can have proper information on Arsenal, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Tando, what's your take, Mooks? Your take on the Arsenal game? Any standouts there for you guys?
My take on the game. Listen, for me, the first half, you guys did, you guys did decently. Um, yeah, you guys did well. The second half though was a bit shaky. Yeah, second half was a bit shaky. I don't know. You guys relaxed a bit. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, I think it was a decent performance. You know, yeah, yeah. I think it was a decent performance. Nothing more to
Yeah.
say about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to say, it was a fantastic performance, and I
Fabulous.
hate to
Fabulous.
admit it.
Listen, I'm a hater. I'm an Arsenal hater.
No,
So
no, no, no.
Yeah. Of
Aisha, I
course
hate
you
to,
are.
I hate to admit it, but it was a really good performance. It was a matured performance. It was 2-0, clean sheet, 2 goals from your striker, from Musaka, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to do too much. You just need to win and get the league. Now I'm rooting for Arsenal to win the league because
Nice
it
one.
can't be City again always.
I'll take Liverpool winning over Arsenal.
No.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, no worries. Tanila, what's your take on the Arsenal game?
Yeah, I think you guys are still excited playing in Emirates, like what you did with Bayer Leverkusen last week, and then you guys made a noise by you just beat Bayer Leverkusen. So you guys carried that momentum to the new game, but you guys are showing yourself that why are you nodding your head? Why are you doing this?
I'm listening.
So
I
you
am
guys were
listening
just
with
showing, you guys were
analysis.
just showing, but you guys are in. So you guys were just showing that you guys had an awesome performance. You guys were showing that you want to replicate what you guys did last season. And I think what you guys did last season, getting 89 points, I doubt this season you guys will get those number of points. My biggest worry is that one injury that you guys will have. And then, Kami, I've heard you for more than 15 years. Arsenal, the injury, you always put injury. Arsenal, Yabona Londo. So if an injury happens, who's going to replace Saka? If an injury happens, Kupate as usual. And then you're going to mention injuries as well as the season is going to go along. You guys have got Champions League. Fixtures will pile up, but I'll I'll wish you the best for the league.
Thank
But
you.
I know you won't win it, but I'll just put you in the run for it.
Thank you. Look,
Kind of
on the
choosing
injury,
violence to
I
get.
absolutely agree with you. I think if you go on any Arsenal, we'll say you too, like try your Arsenal websites as well that you go to. If you go on any of them, you'll see there that they do mention the fact that we need a replacement for Saka. Okay, without a replacement for Saka, we are at risk for the season because Rhys Nelson is not going to do the job. Okay, so I absolutely agree with
Won't.
you.
He
We need
won't.
a replacement for Saka. I do hear that we are close. Mikel's medical booked in this week sometime. So probably by the next time we're shooting, we would have a replacement for Partey in the likes of Mikel Moreno from Real Sociedad. So let's hope that we get him in. As soon as we get him in, now we're happy. But again, I still think we are short in the part of the game. So either a replacement for Saka or a surprisingly, I don't know if you guys, Saudi Arabia has come in for Ivan Toney. My question is, why isn't nobody in the English Premier League coming in for Ivan Toney? Is there something there? There must be something there.
Expensive.
He's being overpriced.
Expensive.
Okay, makes sense. But it's 28, isn't it?
27, 28, yeah.
Yeah. So that.
What
Mm.
scandal? Betting.
Betting scandal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It probably is. Yeah. Probably is that. Guys, we almost an hour in. If you haven't hit that like button, do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you obviously haven't subscribed, and keep it locked. Hit the notification button for you guys to have us back on your screens every week. Guys, we will be shooting a review and a preview show for EPL Mgosi every single week. So keep it locked right here on Everything Sports Mzansi to get your daily and weekly fix of the EPL with ourselves. Okay, guys, we will slowly close off the show. Prior to that, let's preview the Spurs versus Leicester game that's actually taking place right now. We are late to be watching that one, so yeah, we're having that game taking place right now. Newly promoted team versus a team that never wins anything any season. So, yeah, what's your take on the game?
Damn.
Hold on, for that. Mm. No, he said in his second season he wins something. He said that's yeah, nah, yeah. Especially for a Spurs manager. Mm. Yeah, yeah, uh, that's yeah, mm, yeah, spot on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, thank you, BC, for the preview for Spurs. I do hope Leicester do get like their first points. As I said, like newly promoted team coming into the league, going to like the new Tottenham Stadium. I don't know what they call their stadium. Do they call it still White Hart Lane? Or is it Shit Out
A
Lane now?
3 point lane.
3 point lane. 3 point lane.
Three
Yes.
point.
So like yeah, like let's hope Leicester gives them a good game. I'm looking forward to watching that as soon as we go off air. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm not sure. That's like how about
White Hart
White
Lane.
Lane. That was the last thing I remember.
Cool, yo, guys. Let is let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. We always on the hour mark. So let's just get a wrap up of the pod for previewing. Again, guys, we're going to be back by Friday with the review show for game week 2. And yeah, looking forward to having just quick fire, guys. This is going to be a feature that's going to be on the show for future shows, especially on the review show for EPL Mgosi. And that is each one of us will bring to the show a game week fact or the favorite game week fact for the week. I'll start it up this week. I've brought a couple of game week facts. And as well, we will have what a buzzer of the week, which is who you rate highly for that week. It could be a team or a specific instance as well. Could be the buzzer of the week instance, you know. And we will always also with a buzzer, always there's a flop. So there's going to be a flop of the week as well. Okay, so look out for
Chelsea, please.
look out for that. Look out for that. Again, this I'll start it out, and I will go through with the game week facts. And it's actually questions that I'll have for you guys. Okay, so I have 4 questions out here. So let's see. Let's go with you, Mooks. Starting with you. Who got the first yellow card of the season?
Oh, snap. Ooh.
Musha, you should know this. You watched the game.
Season. That's crazy. Was it in the United match?
It wasn't.
Probably,
It wasn't the
I think Casemiro.
Mason Mount?
It was Mason Mount. Well done on that. Can do an easy one for you. An easy one for you. Who scored the first goal of the season?
That's great. What's the his name? Oh my god.
It's Joshua.
Xerxes.
Zagzi. You
Yeah.
said we'll learn it. Don't worry. I heard the commentator saying Xerxes. That's what I heard.
Yeah, Xerxes, isn't it? He's Dutch.
Yeah, I heard. Buhle, for the next show, you're gonna go find out the proper pronunciation of Xerxes. But for you, who had the most shots in game week 1? And I'm not gonna ask how many. I'm gonna ask who had the most shots in game week 1. Shots on target and off target, both. Bruno is not correct. It was Eze from Crystal Palace with 7 shots. Yeah. And Sticks, for you, who had the highest points for FPL this week?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Okay, so who?
As in the player.
Yeah, the player.
Who had the most
Yeah,
points?
who had the most points for Fantasy Premier League? No, not the team. I'm saying the player. The player.
Is it not Saka?
He plays for Liverpool. Yes, of course. It's Mohamed
I'll
Salah.
pass it to you, Tando.
It's the record breaker, Mohamed Salah.
It's Salah.
Okay.
It's Salah.
Okay, cool.
Remember him? I don't.
Yeah, he was the highest. He had 14 points for the past game week. So, guys, just a quick run through so that other teams don't say that we EPL Mgosi show, but we are biased. But for them not to, we're just gonna run through some of the scores for the other games. Yeah, we had Newcastle 1 and Southampton 0. Newcastle actually won that game with 10 men, so they had 10 men on the field. They still managed to win that one. So, absolutely. We had a 1-1 draw between Forest and Bournemouth. Bournemouth came from behind in that game to draw that game 1. We had a 2-1 win for Villa against West Ham. Actually, an interesting fact about that game, Juan Duram, who's the guy that scored the second goal for Villa, actually signed a pre-contract with West Ham and already was pictured with like the West Ham t-shirt and all of that. and he actually managed to score the winner for Villa against West Ham in his first goal. Another interesting fact about that one is that both
That's an interesting
both
fact.
scorers of the Villa game in the Villa game were Britons, Duran and Peter Nana.
So has he moved to West Ham now
No,
already?
he's playing for Villa. He didn't move to West Ham. West Ham. And two more games that play weekend: Brentford versus Palace, with Brentford winning 2, and as well Everton versus Brighton, with Everton absolutely smashed by Brighton 3-0. A nice one for the young coach there that replaced De Zerbi. I forgot his name though. But yeah, so that's the interesting facts, and that's the game week roundup, guys. We are at the end of the show, but as I said, coming on next week, I want each and every one of you to bring a buzzer and a flop of the week. So for this week, the is Brighton. Brighton wins the buzzer of the week for this week for smashing Everton 3-0 away from home in the first game. Well done to Brighton.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then the flop.
And then we have the week though, guys.
Mm-hmm. Which
we
is?
have nominees for flop of the week. Chelsea is one of the nominees. But they didn't quite get the title for this week, Tandile. So they didn't get the title for this week, Chelsea. The title for flop of the week this week goes to Everton Football Club from Merseyside for being smashed at home on the opening of the Premier. So Chelsea, you survived this week, sir. Let's hope that you don't make it to flop of the week for next week, okay?
That's an achievement.
Cool, guys. Thanks so much for the show. Thanks so much.
With Maresca at the helm, it might be the only thing that we win.
Let's go.
Hey. That guy, shame.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for the review of the last game week 1. Guys, we're going to be back with the preview of week 2, with the episode coming out on Friday for that. On Everything Sports Mzansi for you to get your dose of EPL Mgosi coming up this week. We'll be back with the review show next week, guys. Guys, again, remember, keep your buzzer of the week and flop of the week. Guys, in the comments, who's your buzzer of the week and who's your flop of the week? Okay, let's get it interactive. Let's get it with you guys. Guys, you choose your buzzer of the week and your flop of the week for next week as well. But that being said, Tandile, BC, Mooks brothers, keep it locked, guys. Then thank you so much for the show, guys. Keep it locked on Everything Sports Mzansi. Like, subscribe, and click the notification button for you to get any upcoming videos. And most importantly, subscribe. Guys, thanks a lot for the show. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Danko.